Have you ever wondered how amazing it would be to have the superpowers of your favorite heroes? Flying like Superman, running like the Flash, or having the strength of Hulk? Welcome to Every Life Chronicles, and today we're going to explore the science behind these superpowers and find out how possible they really are. Super strength. Let's start with one of the most iconic superpowers: super strength. Characters like Hulk impress us by lifting cars and even buildings. Super strength is one of the most desired powers, but also one of the most complex when we analyze its scientific viability. Let's dive into the biomechanics of the human body to understand why superheroes like Hulk are more fiction than reality. Firstly, the power to lift heavy objects like cars requires extraordinary muscle strength. But even if muscles were capable of generating this strength, we would face limitations in other areas. Our bones and joints are designed to support certain loads. Attempting to lift something extremely heavy could lead to serious damage, such as bone fractures or joint injuries. Additionally, there's a relationship between muscle size and strength. Although Hulk has gigantic muscles, simply increasing muscle size wouldn't automatically result in superhuman strength. Muscle efficiency and density also play a crucial role. To develop the strength necessary to lift heavy objects, muscles would have to be incredibly efficient at converting energy into movement. This means that not only would muscles have to be large, but also highly specialized. Considering these factors, it's highly unlikely that a human could achieve super strength as seen in comics. Even with technological and genetic advancements, there are physical limits that cannot be surpassed. Therefore, while super strength is an exciting feature of superheroes, we should appreciate it as a work of fiction, admiring its artistic and inspiring representation, but acknowledging its limits within the scientific principles of biomechanics. Super strength is highly improbable due to the physical limitations of the human body. Super speed. Now, let's explore super speed. When we think of superheroes like the Flash, the first thing that comes to mind is their ability to run at incredible speeds, sometimes even surpassing the speed of light. But is this really possible? Let's delve into the physics behind super speed. Special relativity, one of Albert Einstein's fundamental theories, tells us that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light in a vacuum. This means that, for the Flash to run at the speed of light, he would defy the very fundamentals of physics. Additionally, running at extreme speeds brings along a host of physical problems. For example, air friction would exponentially increase as speed increases, creating intense heat that could literally set the Flash on fire. Furthermore, the kinetic energy accumulated at these extreme speeds could be catastrophic in case of collision. Flash would need incredible impact resistance to avoid serious injuries. Extreme speed also raises questions about time and time relativity. According to the theory of relativity, time passes slower for an observer in fast motion compared to an observer at rest. This could result in strange temporal effects for the Flash and those around him. Therefore, while the idea of running like the Flash is thrilling, science reminds us that there are insurmountable physical limits that make this feat highly unlikely, if not impossible. It seems that even for the Flash, running at the speed of light is more of a dream than a realistic possibility. Flight and levitation.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
Among all superpowers, flight is one of the most desired and fascinating. Characters like Superman and Wonder Woman fly through the skies with grace and ease. But is human flight really possible? Let's examine the principles of aerodynamics and gravity to find out. Aerodynamics studies how air behaves around moving objects, such as airplanes and birds. For a human to fly, it would be necessary to overcome air resistance and generate enough lift to stay airborne. The problem is that the human body lacks the aerodynamic characteristics necessary to generate the required lift. Our shape and physical structure are simply unsuitable for flying without the aid of wings or propulsion devices. Additionally, gravity exerts a constant force on all objects on Earth, pulling them towards the center of the planet. To fly, it would be necessary to overcome this force, which would require an immense amount of energy. Even with artificial wings, such as those used by skydivers or wingsuiters, human flight is limited and highly dangerous. Overcoming air resistance and the force of gravity is an extremely difficult task, and the skills required for such a feat are beyond the physical capabilities of the human body. Therefore, while human flight is a common dream, science tells us that it is unlikely to become a reality. However, this does not diminish the excitement and admiration we feel when seeing our favorite superheroes flying through the skies. Although it's easy to know that flying like a superhero is impossible, there is a superpower within our reach. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It will cost you only a fraction of the time it took me to produce this video. With just one click, you become part of our community and help us continue bringing content like this. But let's move on to the last superpower. Telepathy and telekinesis. Finally, let's discuss mental powers such as telepathy and telekinesis. Is the human mind capable of such abilities? Mental powers, like telepathy and telekinesis, are fascinating subjects that often make us question the limits of our own brains. Let's explore the capabilities of the human brain and the limits of neuroscience to understand why these superpowers remain in the realm of fiction. One of the greatest examples of telepaths is Professor Xavier. He is an Omega-level telepath, which means he possesses extraordinary telepathic abilities that allow him to read, control, and influence human minds. His telepathy enables him to mentally connect with other people, read their thoughts, project his own thoughts and emotions, and even control their actions in some cases. He can also use his telepathy to communicate instantly with other people, regardless of the physical distance between them. These combined abilities make Professor Xavier a formidable leader and one of the most respected and feared mutants in the Marvel Universe.
I'm sorry, Spider-Man. My work is not to cure mutants. I've built this complex, this school, to train them. I help them accept who and what they are.
The human brain is a wonder of nature, capable of performing incredible cognitive feats and controlling our bodies in extraordinary ways. However, despite all its power, there is still much we don't understand about how the brain works. Neuroscience studies the brain and the nervous system, but even the latest advances in this field have not provided us with a complete understanding of its capabilities. While we know a lot about how the brain processes information and controls the body, there are still mysteries to be unraveled. Telepathy, for example, would involve the ability to read the thoughts of other people, something we currently cannot directly achieve. Although we know that the brain emits electrical signals, and that we can detect some brain activities through technologies like functional magnetic resonance imaging, we are still far from fully deciphering someone's thoughts. Similarly, telekinesis, or the ability to move objects with the mind, challenges our current understandings of the laws of physics and motor control. While we can learn to control external devices through brain-computer interfaces, moving physical objects solely with the power of the mind remains in the realm of fiction. Therefore, while we continue to explore the limits of neuroscience, it's important to recognize that many of the superpowers we see in comics and movies are beyond the current reach of science. However, this does not diminish the fascination and admiration we feel when imagining what the human brain might be capable of achieving in the future. Despite our growing understanding of the brain, controlling minds and objects with the mind is still beyond our reach. Now that we've delved deep into the science behind superpowers, it's natural to wonder, is there any extraordinary power that could really exist in real life? While many of the superpowers of superheroes remain in the realm of fiction, there is an intriguing ability that has a solid scientific basis and potential to exist. There are some characters in comics and popular culture who possess supermemory or eidetic memory. Among them is Hyperion. Hyperion's abilities include superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, heat vision, flight, and of course eidetic memory. His photographic memory allows him to retain and retrieve information with incredible accuracy, making him a formidable strategist in combat. We can also mention Sherlock Holmes. Although not a superhero in the traditional sense, Sherlock Holmes is known for his exceptional observation and memory skills, making him one of the best detectives in literature. Eidetic memory, or photographic memory, is a real ability that some people have to remember details with extreme precision and clarity, almost as if they were reliving the moment. Although rare, there are documented cases of individuals with this ability. The basis for supermemory lies in how the human brain stores and retrieves information. Understanding these processes better could lead to the development of techniques and technologies to improve memory and even achieve extraordinary levels of recall. Studies on supermemory can provide valuable insights into how the brain works and how we can optimize its performance. Although currently a rare and misunderstood ability, it is possible that in the future, we may learn to train and enhance our memory in ways that currently seem impossible. Therefore, while many superpowers of superheroes may remain beyond the reach of current science, supermemory offers an exciting perspective of a genuine power that could exist. While many of the superpowers challenge the established laws of physics and biology, it's important to remember that they continue to inspire and entertain us through superhero stories. Share this video, leave your like, and subscribe to the channel to help us continue exploring the limits of science and imagination. I am immensely grateful for being part of this journey with us. See you next time.